Alright, I'm back with my final update for 2013, 4th of July. And I'll just do a quick run through on everything. Really haven't bought a whole lot of other big stuff other than what's in my other videos, but then I got it out of the boxes and kind of all set out. Well, I guess we'll start at the top. So I've got from WF Boom, and some of the stuff is kind of missing. It's, you know, packed 4 to 1 in a case. Maybe I only got 1 or 2 left because I have lit a couple things off. But there's Close Call and a couple dynamos. I lit 2 of those off the other night and they were just fantastic. Definitely had the neighborhood out looking. Finish Line, and there's another Finish Line over there. Those are from WF Boom. Phantom product, kind of hard to see there. Glitzy Halo, red flash reactor, which I noticed I actually picked those up last year, at the end of last year, on their, I think it was their Labor Day sale. Buy one get 2 free. At that time, I think they were only $30 a piece, and I noticed that they changed their price list and now they're $80. So just FYI. Epic Effects back there, WF Boom, stacked on top of a Silver Glitter Coconut. Silver Sonic Warhead Premiere. That looks pretty cool. Finally found one video of that. Not even sure they have that on their website, but saw that on YouTube. That definitely looks pretty cool. From there we go through some more WF Boom product. El Dorado, and that was packed 2 to 1. There's another one hiding over there. Behind that is a High Stepper 220 shot zipper cake. Medium pace to begin with, and then increased speed in the last half. Epic Effects, there's a red flash reactor there. 2 of them, and Epic Effects Silver Glitter Coconut. Essence of Fire, which is a freebie. Glittering Galaxy. Yeah, sorry for the interruption. Kids came in the house. I want to make some targets for their water guns. El Dorado, Essence of Fire. Glittering Galaxy, which looks pretty cool in their videos. So I'll see if that lives up to it or not. I definitely had to wait for that one on back order. Picked up some things from Black Cat. If you've watched my other videos, I'm sure you're aware of that. Some Pro. Basically, it's called Ground Marathon, Color Marathon. It's just a big fountain, 500 gram fountain supposedly, but that one is actually lighter than that one physically. Lift them up, you can tell the difference, so we'll see what happens there. Vegas lights from WF Boom. Silky Sky. Another kind of fan-shaped mine effect. In the front here, we got our 200 gram cake, Super Stock Car, Charger, Binary Star, WF Boom. What is that one? Beach Boy Delight, Broken Heart, the freebie from Phantom, Priceless, Wild Hog, Robot Wars, Aquarian, and Falcon Rising, and then behind there it's a little Grand Canyon. And then mixed in with everything is just some 500 number 500 tubes. Primarily I got the double brakes. I did pick up some single shots, like that fluorescent yellow one right there. I only picked a couple of the single shots up because I really expected to have a Phantom stand here this year. In the past 2 years, we've had actually 2 Phantom stands. Local churches does it, and so I was really bummed out here on the 28th when they opened up their stands to find out that it was not Phantom. It was another tent that had multiple product. Shogun, Winda, Legend, just had all kinds of different stuff, some kind of generic off-brand product, but so that's mainly my stash. Down here we've got my shells, lock and loads mixed in with some Red Rhino maxed out shells. Starting out with the, and then of course you can't have a 4th of July without some festival balls there. 6-shot DR9 racks. From there we got, like I said, the lock and loads. On this particular rack I got starting at the back. You can see I've got my wires for my Q kit. But starting at the back, just going to do one single one and down the middle. It's going to start down the middle. Do one like on Q1, and it's going to do a double shot on Q2. 3 shots on Q3, all the way up to the last 4. And then from there we're going to go over on this side. These are all actually wired, fused together, taped, and it's got a chunk of green safety fuse running all the way down to the end there. So it's going to be a little bit slower paced. And then over on this side, these are actually all fused together. So it's going to be about as quick as you can actually get it off of just the generic, you know, the factory fuse. That's all off of one key. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Qs on that one. So try to keep it. I don't want everything all fused together. You know, I could fuse them at different paces altogether, but I wanted to have it off of a firing system, just so that way I didn't get too far out of control. From there we got the 20-shot rack that I got from, I think I got that one from Pyro Direct. Can't quite remember, I have to look at my other videos. But anyways, there again, that on this particular one I'm going to go from the top, the 15-inch tubes, and they're all fused together, and then the bottom shot is all fused together, slower paced. And I did a combination of kind of zip tying the fuses together, as well as I'll see if I can get in here. There you can kind of see the fuses zip tied on this top rack. Compared to just being taped. So I did kind of a combination of fusing. This is really just the first year that I have really messed with any of this, so just kind of see what works better. You know, I don't really have an enormous amount of shells, so one method didn't really take any longer than the other to do. The tape, I would say, is probably a little bit easier if you're only just one guy doing it, but if you've got a partner, you know, pre-looping the zip ties for you so you can just slide them on and tighten them up, then it should be alright. On this finale rack, what I did is I've got, well, you can see here, I've got these, the igniters kind of fused and ready to go. Kind of see that's number 1 there. So number 1 is just going to go down the line all the way, basically a slow pace. And then I've got the Q2 running underneath all the fuse, taped down to the back, so it's going to start at the back. And these are actually fused as a double shot. All the way down. Got 8 double shots. And then finally on number 3, I've got these last 4 clipped and fused together. And those are actually all 4 of the big brocade shells from Lock and Loads. So they're all 4 of the same shell. So with any luck, that'll go off without a hitch. Getting close, but I haven't hooked these up. I've got all the clamps, the alligator clamps on them, taped together on the fuse, and really all I need to do is hook it onto the firing system, make sure I got continuity, and I'd be ready to roll. So some of this stuff I might even hand light, like on this one, just to have the fuse sitting there ready to go. So, and then of course the big messy part, 16,000, the roll of 16,000 Thunder of Orion firecrackers. Gonna try to get a video of that by itself as we go on. And from here, then we just get into all my kid stuff. Picked pretty much all this stuff up from the local tents. You know, I spent a lot of money either ordering out of state or purchasing out of state, and just still wanted to contribute a little bit of money to the local economy still. So kind of run down the line here. Just got a 1,000 roll with a head bomb at the end of it there. Some rockets, just a lot of kind of little ground aerial stuff, ground blooms, some mad bats. Actually just picked this up here this afternoon. Clay pigeon. It's supposed to be an aerial and actually explode. These are pretty cool for my kids. Just 6 years old. So I'm not real comfortable with them, you know, hand lighting firecrackers or anything, and I'm really not doing it myself either. But these, let's see if we can get underneath some better light here. These actually have a safety fuse on them. So if you are so inclined, your kid can hand light the firecrackers and throw them. We've tried a couple out just on the ground, and they are definitely, the fuse is definitely a lot slower than you know, your typical firecracker fuse. So a couple boxes of those, little dynamites from Black Cat. Just some more rockets, like I said, and some little cakes for the kids. I think I'm still going to tape everything down or glue everything down for them just on a little board, so we don't have to deal with tip overs. You know, these little ones seem like they tip over, are likely to tip over a lot more than, you know, they got a smaller footprint than the bigger ones. Small cakes, Texas Cyclone from TNT, Jungle Fever, and Aftershock. Those were actually a pretty good deal. It was like $250 for that, for each one. So that's kind of a good deal at the tent. Of course, made a video of the red mandarin snaps, and got the pull pin smoke grenades. I got a case of those for the kids. Came with 3 boxes. Those smoke items. This year, I think just because of my enthusiasm with my racks and whatnot, the kid decided he wanted to try some artillery shells, so I picked up just some cheapy but reliable festival balls. We'll see how he does with the first one. These are pretty neat. I hadn't seen these before. Midget bomb from Bellino Fireworks. It's a 6-piece, and it's a little tiny canister shell in there with a little tube. So I thought, if nothing else, that might be safe for them. You know, light them and get away type of thing. Dominator snub nose artillery, 6 shells. So a couple little things for him to try, kind of get his feet wet, so to speak. Just some kid pack assortments. 49er from TNT. That actually is kind of a cool. I think that was less than $30 but on the back of that they've got basically kind of a layout of a show. So as if a guy wanted to spend $30 on that little assortment there and put on a full show, it explains to you how to do the little ones first, medium size, and then build up to the larger ones, which even the larger units in there are still probably less than 200 grams. But it's got a small artillery shell in there, about the same as the snub nose, and then just noticed in here too, sort of mini display shell, so I'm not sure what that is until we get it all opened up. And then just a little pyro bag there again from TNT. Had a coupon, it was $10 off any purchase $50 or over, and actually just subscribe to their email newsletter, and that coupon was good at the 10s, which is pretty rare. If you can find a tent that takes the coupon, and ours did, so that was a pretty good deal. And we got a flyer. One of the more popular tents around actually carries Snakebite brand, and of course the kids got the flyer before I got home from work, so they were already marking off what they wanted. Super 8 there was one that they particularly were interested in. Just a little 200 gram V-shaped aerial. More novelty stuff, magic crystals, smoke balls, tanks. That surprises me. Well, I guess it really doesn't, looking at it and being an adult and doing this for a couple of years, but the prices on their novelties, this little crappy cardboard alligator was $3.50, and I guarantee you we'll light that fuse and we'll get back and it will probably squirt and fart, move about 2 inches, and then just catch fire. So this was kind of a new novelty and this is from Shogun, Millipede Mayhem. And you light the fuse in the mouth, but I'll flip it over here, and what looks like little legs is actually, looks to me like little pink Visco that just loops and loops and loops and loops and loops. So that'll be I'm kind of interested to see what that is. Just a new little novelty. Of course, with kids you got to have the parachutes, so got the really cheap generic Chinese parachute single shots, parachute battalion 19 shot, so that ought to make a mess of everything. And then the super paratrooper, which was one that he particularly marked off, and supposed to have a good sized paratrooper inside there. We'll see how that goes. Of course it'll get caught in a tree or something and you won't be able to get it anyways. So some UFOs there. Those are usually pretty fun. Missile batteries, little frogs, little fountains. Super saucer. I'm not sure what that's. I know it's a fountain, and he wanted it. I'm not real confident in it just because it's round on the bottom. Not sure on that deal. Might be one that we definitely have to glue down. So just some novelties for the kids. So that's about it. We might make a couple more purchases here next couple days. 4th is coming up quick. Just going to be odds and ends, more novelty stuff. Yeah, some Roman candles over there. Probably pick up another pack of those. And a great big old, forget what that one's called. That was kind of a last minute deal, buying that. Balls of Fire. That's from World Class. Probably just have all the smaller candles fused together. Probably even put them on my firing system, and just to light all the smaller candles first, 10 balls, and then light that bigger one off right in the middle of them. So. Well, that's it. Hope everybody has a safe, sane 4th of July. Nobody gets hurt. Don't need to cause any problems for the rest of us. Make sure you got some fire extinguishers and some water out there just in case something does happen by accident. I know I've got 2 fire extinguishers ready to go, as well as 100-foot hoses with some fire hose ends on them, so it's going to reach quite a ways if anything does happen. I'm definitely teaching my kids right. Make sure you do the same. Thanks for watching.